Mennonite brethren from Winnipeg. I have to say, I'm in a little bit of a strange mood, but I want to share a verse first because Hebrews 12, verse 1 goes through my head a lot, which is, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw out everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. The reason why this verse is in my head actually is because of not that. Whoever chose this picture did a little bit of a number on me. So thank you, whoever that was. This is a castle in Germany, in the Bavarian Mountains in the south. And I've been there. He knows it. I don't remember what it's called, I just know it's in the mountains. And to give you an idea, I had a really good life. I went to church, I was baptized at 19. Later on in life, I started to drink, and I really started to enjoy drinking. And it was about 6 years of drinking that really caused a lot of grief for my family. I almost lost my daughter because of it. And I almost lost my life because of it. And being in the hospital, when you're dying, you really, you sort of come to the end. And I said to God, take my life or give it back. And he decided to give it back to me. So really, the more I think about that race that was marked for me now, is I see it a lot clearer. And I know what I have to do, because if he gave me my life, I have to give him mine again. And through the process, what happened this week, and the reason why I mentioned this castle, I'll get to that in a second, is on Wednesday I had to have another gastroscopy. If you don't know what that is, it's not fun. But when you drink a lot, your liver fails, and then you get these things in your esophagus called varices. They're veins that might burst and all that kind of stuff. But they have to shove this tube down your throat and tie those off. So that happened on Wednesday. And I love to sing. Singing is probably, it's one of the most important things for me. And when you keep having this is now the 6th time I've had to have this procedure. And because they keep finding these things in me. And every time I go in, I'm really afraid that I won't be able to worship God by singing. So that's really hard for me. And what I've been ultimately and thoroughly blessed with is the fact that I still can. Now, the reason I mention this castle is because in this castle, the person that created it was crazy, but he loved music. And in this castle is a music hall that is acoustically perfect. You can whisper and hear everything. So we went on this tour, and at the end of the tour, the English tour, as they go down the stairs, I stayed behind, and I sang by myself, and I was able to worship God in that very castle. I sang the entire Oh Holy Night, because it was just before Christmas, and I haven't had many experiences like that, and whoever chose that picture brought this memory back for me, and I thank God all the time now for that, because I love to worship. I love to sing, and to hear you guys singing that song today brought me back to my childhood, to my church, to sing, to hear you sing How Marvelous, How Wonderful. It was just fantastic. So you guys have really blessed me, and I'm thankful for that. So a little bit different testimony for me, but I'm really happy.